Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Crime Alley podcast. It's been a while, though, and I got your two favorites. Got mostly costly, just
hello,
saying hello, and then I got the boy with his camera on.
What's up, everybody?
Wait, is that the Yellow Lantern hat?
No, dude.
What
come
is that?
on. It's the Orange Lantern hat, bro.
You know what? I never look at the Orange Lantern ring. So.
You know, it looks yellow.
It looks yellow.
So I thought it was.
Well,
it's just probably
you guys need to get.
Probably
I'm not a Green
camera.
Lantern aficionado. I can't register the symbols.
Maybe it's just your camera not doing the colors right. Maybe something's wrong with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna blame this camera.
Oh yeah, you know this camera is a piece of work. Computers are a piece of work.
You look so down. We got a lot to talk about today. There's so much happening in DCL and also in the DC universe. I mean, Snyder Cut. That's happening.
Oh yeah,
guys, it's like almost here.
I'm really excited about that. But let's talk about things. Casa, how you been, man? I feel like it's been forever.
Dude, I didn't realize how much time had passed since the last time I recorded, and I just feel like I've been like absent from the DCL community for the past like month. I've just been super busy with work and everything. I know everybody's gonna be like, "He's been playing a lot of Raid." Yes, I've been playing Raid a little bit, but it's not all that. All right, I've been playing DCL.
Everybody, remember this podcast is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends.
But yeah, I've been doing good. You know,
sweet. How about you, boy? Busy boy.
Busy boy. Always busy, bro. Always. It's just crazy. I hate it. I don't want to be busy anymore.
But I'm doing good too. Same for me. Just streaming, doing my streams, and then just coming off the big Siege week, the big Siege month, and
I felt like it ended so early, but it didn't. I just felt like all of a sudden I looked on like Friday and I was like, wait, it ends tomorrow.
Yeah, I didn't even play the last 2 days.
Okay,
like really, I like barely played the last.
What'd you place?
Like 38.
I feel like it all fell apart after someone sabotaged you.
Yeah, after I was given a team to win 100% of the time and it lost twice, I just kind of said screw it.
Wait, I still have to ask you, the boy, why'd you run it again?
Because you said 100% of the time, so by logic, it couldn't fail twice. Right? I mean, if it was 100% of the time, then at least it should win 50% of the time.
So I'm out of the loop on this. What happened?
So here's what. Let me know. The boy's going to give you a twisted story, and I'm going to give you the real story.
No,
I'm going to give you I'll give you the real story. So if you're also listening, you don't know what happened. I got a very hard team on my board, and it was a very hard team, and I didn't know how to beat it. So I reached out to Coach Chosen, my coach, and he instructed me and gave me a team. I thought no way you could the 18 points on the team. I thought this was going to be a 16 if you're lucky, 14 for sure. But then he gave me an 18-point team, and I said, "All right, I'll trust you, Chosen. I'll trust you." And I jumped into the match. I think the team was a Manhunter.
It was a Manhunter Black Flash team, and you told me, don't worry, don't take Manhunter Black Flash.
No, it was a Manhunter Black Flash, Artemis, and
Harley.
I think that's the team. And it's a team you struggle against because one, Manhunter has awarenesses, he gives you the speed, so you have to outspeed the team normally. And then Harley's taunting, and this is before Harley was broken. So this team was so much harder before Harley was broken. And the team Chosen gave me was like Lex, Artemis, B12, Harley. And no Harley. Lex, Artemis, B12, and Bleez. And when he told me that, I was like, wait, we're not taking Black Flash against Black Flash. We're just going to tank this. And he's like, yeah, Bleez will tank it all. And I said, all right. So I trusted him, and I ran the match and worked like gangbusters. I mean, I won. It was one of the easy 18 points. Everyone was overhealed like crazy. Shields spread around, and it was great. So I told the boy about this. And then he messaged me and said, look, I have the same team. And he asked me, what team did you use? And I just sent him the team I used.
Mm-hmm. Mhm.
Which wait, I'm going to intervene here and say, if this is where the 100% of the time thing comes in, it worked 100% of the time.
Worked 100% of the time. Yeah,
time.
It worked 100% of the time, and I told the boy this, and and then it didn't work. He got unlucky. I still think he did something wrong, but he got unlucky, and of course the Manhunters purged the Bleez and
wait.
Go on.
He left out a key detail.
What's the key detail?
That the lineup that I sent him was in the complete different order.
You know what? We still don't know if that matters or not.
Oh, it matters.
Oh, okay, so fine.
Let me tell you something.
Okay, I can't wait.
Costly. I didn't get a turn both times.
Okay. So Costly. If you run a team and you don't even take a turn, are you going to run the same team again? No, obviously not. It's Siege.
Wait.
This is Siege.
If you were told 100% of the time it works,
which is still true.
No, it literally works 33% of the time.
Well, so someone else came to me and I gave them that team as well, and it worked for them.
Hearsay.
But anyways, so the boy goofed there. I wouldn't have run it twice. And I'll say this. I fought that team again before Harley is broken, and I didn't even run that team again because after watching the boy struggle with it, I thought there's no way you would run that again and risk not taking a turn. The boy lives on the edge more than I do, though. I
just do it for science, you know.
Hey, I'm not gonna throw any shade because I'm the guy that will get frustrated because I'm like, I know this team will win, and I just lost, but I know it'll win, so I'll run it again.
Which is all. I do the same thing in Wraith. But in Siege,
hey, you got to risk it for the biscuit.
I know you do got to risk it for the biscuits.
So you placed 38th. Josh, what did you place?
I believe I placed 9th. Maybe 8th. I didn't look at the last second, but I know it was 9th.
I got like 40 something. I can't remember.
I also stopped buying for the last week and a half.
So I stopped buying the last like half. until
I
like,
stopped buying the last half too.
Yeah, I bought like the day before the last day just to be sure because I was like at like 56 at the end of like going into the last day, and I was like, you know what, I'll just do 3 matches and then like do my normal matches, and if I need to buy tomorrow, I will. Right? Yeah, so because I have had a situation where it's like I didn't buy the day before and I did have to buy on the last day, and it still wasn't enough. So it's
so I stopped buying and I stopped doing the PvP mission about a week and a half before.
Doing.
I know exactly. No, I've done that.
I just run Red Hood, Red Robin, or even enter matches and then leave.
Okay, not all of us stream in the middle of the day for 3 hours.
I'm saying you can just start a match and then leave the match, and you get the 27 matches.
I just didn't care.
Yeah, no, it's
Guess what? I don't have any plans to rebirth Shiva, and she's sitting in my roster with L5 shards. I'm good.
Yeah,
I have just shy of L5. I'll get them through raid. So
we're gonna get more raid shards.
Here's the interesting thing that, like, in case you didn't know, like, what you can do, because like, here's the thing, like, a lot of people look at like the 2K energy pack, right? And I say 2K as in like it's 2,000 gems, right? And they're like, oh, like that's like to stay competitive. It's also just a nice tool that, like, if you want to be lazy and not do the PvP, just every like 4 days buy one of those packs and you're good.
Mm-hmm.
I would just real talk, just do your 27 matches.
I know, I agree with you on that, but if you want to be lazy, here's the key to being lazy.
That's two.
You just buy one of those every 4 days.
Listen.
Then if you don't want to do the heroic missions either, then you just buy one of those every day.
No.
So if I didn't do it for 3 days, right? I mean, if I didn't do the 3 energy from the PvP missions, and I don't do it for a week, that's only 21 energy. I mean, it's only 4 fights. Like, it's not that big of a deal if you're not pushing for the top 20 or top 10. Right? Yeah. If you're like solidified in the top, like I said, I literally played like 2 or 3 matches. Like, there's on M4's little graph, there's like a day where I got like 18 points.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what the worst part about not doing the PvP
I also lost
is, though? It's far worse than like missing the energy is missing the blue rings.
Yeah,
it's like 1 blue ring.
Oh my god.
Yeah, well, okay, when you have a whole bunch of gems and everything, you don't mind, like, But for people that are like pinching pennies and everything, it's like those
Peasants.
Yeah.
But
Also, I guess like you'd be spending gems to get to the 27 PvP as well.
Yes,
so.
you wouldn't be spending your gems. You would just do the 27 PvP. Save 2,000 gems.
You have to spend gems to get to the 27 PvP.
No, you don't.
Unless you start playing at reset.
Yeah.
Josh,
So
how many times per day do you buy energy packs for PvP? And don't blame it on the stream. For
Siege, I don't need to buy a pack. You really don't.
How do you get 27 energy?
You just do some pack pulls, or it probably pops up in the thing. You get 3 energy.
So you have to get like insane RNG.
Okay,
well, that's true. You get those. You do get that. I forget.
You see. And then also, if you have energy carrying over, like let's say you buy 1 pack, right? That gives you 10.
Mm-hmm.
You can use 5. You only need to use 2, and then the other 8 carry over for the next day. So then you're set. Now you're 8, and then it carries over. It's like not 1 pack a day. You don't. You know what? You don't even know what you're saying.
See, exactly. On his RNG though, like he would get all the energy out of the packs because of his RNG.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the other thing too. I know that I've been talking about raid a lot because it's always my mind. This is the reason why I want all my friends to play raid, because I want to see M4's freaking mind on putting together teams in raid, and I want to be mad at Josh all the time for pulling all the good stuff out of the shards.
My RNG is normal. It's the same as everyone else's RNG.
Hey, check this game out, guys. I've been playing this new game.
Okay.
For like the last week and a half. It's called X Hero.
X Hero. What is this?
It's like a card collector game, but it's like auto chess. You build a team.
What's happening right now?
Hold on.
What is happening right now?
You guys are gonna see why
brought to you by X
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like you like collect heroes. And then you max out their stats. It's just similar to Raid, where you can gear up.
If you're watching on YouTube, the boy thinks he's holding the phone up to the camera, but the phone is off to the left. That's actually.
Yeah. So there's the camera. There's the character. Right.
Still off centered.
I'm really not happy that you just compared this to Raid, because it doesn't look like it would be anything like Raid.
No. It's like a card. It's like a card collector. So like you collect the cards of the characters, and then you upgrade their gear, similar to Raid, where you can go to like 5 stars on the gear, right? And you have to like spend resources to upgrade, and it can fail or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been doing that. And it's a super, 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 super rip off of both Marvel and DC, and they like blend them together. So they have like Iron Superwoman.
I think I've seen ads for this.
Oh yeah, it's pretty funny. It's great.
So it'll get shut down in a couple of months then.
No, because it's making a ton of money. It's already making more money per month than DC Legends.
So was Flappy Bird.
Okay, yeah, but Flappy Bird got shut down because they decided to shut down.
Flappy Birds are great.
Okay, there's been plenty of things in the world that have been making tons of money and then got shut down because of licensing bills.
I think it's cool, and I've been playing it.
I
haven't spent any money on it yet.
Is this your intro? This is how you're going to leave DC? This is it? This game
for X Hero?
If you're looking for another game to play, how about you since you've bought shards on Raid, why don't you start playing Raid with me?
No.
Oh my god!
All right, so moving on to the next point, though.
Let's
let go.
I just hope the new content that's coming from DCL it better be like.
I do want to talk about that new content, but
so but
wait. Before we go back to Siege really quick, how do you think this Siege was? Like, what do you think about you thought it was terrible? What made you think it was terrible?
Broken character.
Well, that I think had the characters worked as intended, this probably would have been one of the more fun sieges, because like 2 sieges ago, or was it last siege where it was Black Flash?
It was a boring siege.
It was just boring.
It was real boring.
It was boring. And the siege before that was
I don't remember.
I have it. Hold on, I have it. But the sieges have been kind of boring, and they've just kind of been like meh, like whatever, right?
Here's the new truth of DCL though, since Black Flash got introduced.
Red Tornado.
Everything's gonna break down to the speed meta. every siege is going to get stale because it's going to break down to the siege meta.
It's just going to be who can go first. It's annoying because people just don't want to use. They don't want to like use.
The only thing that throws a wrench into siege is bonus tunes. Like that's the only thing that saves siege on still being like decent because it's like here's the truth about it because I can tell you about it just. From,
top 60 is whack, dude.
Well, it's like just I can tell you this specifically from playing like other games like Raid. If Wraith was worth a crap. Like, if Wraith was worth time investing, like, all you would be able to run is Martian Manhunter, Cheetah, Brainiac, and Black Flash.
Yeah.
That's the team. That's your team. Or no, sorry. Take Cheetah out. Take Cheetah out, it would have been Impulse. So that would have been the team. It would have been...
No. Shiva too.
True. Okay. So now that there's more stuff in there, it can get a little diverse. But basically, whatever is the fastest solution of that team that is effective would be everything everybody would use. Because if everybody cared about Wraith and everybody started playing Wraith, that's what it would turn into. The only thing that keeps Siege fresh is the bonus tune. Because you still need, because you can score extra points with bonus tunes. If there were no bonus tunes in Siege, that's what Siege would be. It would be
extremely boring every time.
Yeah. Would you like to see Wraith do something like add bonus tunes for like the week of Wraith, like little mini siege? So you know,
basically what they could do is they could get rid of Wraith and just do showdowns.
I like the showdowns.
Or you get +1 bonus point in Wraith for every alliance character that you use on the PvP alliance days.
Yeah, you can
that can really make sense. That'd be cool. But I just like, in my opinion, they could completely get rid of Wraith and just do the showdowns because the showdowns are the perfect version of Wraith.
Yeah, I enjoy the showdowns.
But the peasants, guys, rely on Wraith for shards.
I suppose. I mean,
yeah, they can get it from Showdown as well.
I don't know. I feel like
Showdown has more brackets.
But the whales place higher in the showdowns and take more spots.
Yeah, so invest in your tunes.
Yeah.
Well, people don't want to do that.
Like, I'm not going to be apologetic about it, all right? Like, I'm just like...
Oh, I agree. It's complete and terrible. Like, when in your life have you ever played a game and said, I'm not going to max out my character?
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Never.
When I started playing...
Like, it's... When we would see these like Gear 10.5 players like do some amazing stuff, that was interesting to see. Again, sorry to always bring up this game because I'm playing it on the side on the, but like watching in Raid, I'm like, holy crap, dude! That dude barely took any damage from a character that I've one-shot people with. Because like
raising his hand.
People are incentivized to max out their characters and go to the highest levels they can in that game.
The boy.
Yes.
I would just like to point out that Costly said he's been playing the game on the side when really DCL is his side.
It really does.
Keep going.
I spend more money on DCL than I do.
It does seem like DCL is the side chick right now. And you're lying to the DCL community and like you're
okay. I've been playing a lot of Raid, but that's because DCL hasn't done anything interesting for me in a while.
So we'll be talking about
Costly. They gave you the character that you asked for.
I know, and she's L5 now, or she's not L5, she's L4, almost L5.
And she's supposedly really good. She's supposedly.
They also released two. They also reworked 2 characters and broke them immediately. Yeah. So
I really feel like
no. They broke her, and then they said they fixed her, and they broke her worse.
Yeah, they made it broken worse. I was gonna say like with this siege, I thought it was a tough siege. I thought it was a very tough siege, because with Harley being in there, anytime Harley's a bonus tune, like she's so unpredictable. But they did break her when they brought her out. But it's even then it made it like it was still a hard siege. But once they really broke her, I think the siege got boring a little bit just because.
Oh yeah. Because you didn't have to worry
about Harley anymore. Just now you for sure can bring Black Flash. Like Harley was the reason you didn't want to bring Black Flash.
She has 10 evasion ups. I'll just bring Black Flash.
It didn't matter. It didn't matter. And that was like, I felt like Harley was keeping it interesting because she limited the Black Flash use. Because Black Flash is here to stay. Like Black Flash is such a game changer. Wait, what are you doing? You're watching on YouTube. This is the boy's first time having his camera on, and he can barely handle it. Okay, but I thought the siege was a lot of fun. It was a lot harder, especially coming off compared to the Black Flash siege before, because that was so easy and boring. It was the same teams every time, and then this siege, it was so wildly different. And what was interesting, and I think this is becoming more and more true, last siege with Black Flash, Brainiac, not as a bonus character, was used so much, and then he was a bonus character this time. I really think Brainiac's stock is rising. I think you're going to be noticing a lot more Brainiac, because it allows you to bring in a different leader but still get some speed up something, 15%. So I think if you don't have Brainiac right now, invest in Brainiac. He's going to do you real good.
Well,
I was so happy that Harley was finally falling out of the meta, and then they reworked her.
Yeah,
so.
She's going to be when
well,
she gets
but now
fixed,
no one's going to use her.
Once she gets fixed, just wait.
If she gets fixed,
no, they can just leave her.
Indigo 1 is still broken.
Yeah, but no one cares about Indigo 1.
No one cares about Harley.
Everyone cares about Harley Quinn.
Because this is still on that same track, I do want to address this real quick, because I haven't been playing DCL very often.
Wait, you haven't? Wait, what have you been playing?
Just curious.
But like, just on that note, I just want to address, like, because I have a lot of people that support me for streaming in DCL and everything, and like, I appreciate everybody that's done this. Just like right now, like, I'm showing DCL the amount of attention that the devs show the game. Like,
yeah, it's
it's like it. And trust me, I have a million things I can complain about with Raid Shadow Legends with Plarium, but there's also, it's just like, still like, there's more incentive for me to do things in Raid right now because I don't have a maxed out account, whereas in DCL I do.
Yeah,
pretty much. And so it's like I don't have as much to do in DCL as I do in Raid right now. So that's why I'm playing it more. But like, that's
why I'm playing X Hero.
But like, I'm still enjoying DCL, and I think 2021 can still be a good year. I mean, there's this tease of this new content.
Yeah, there is new content coming out. Well,
did they give a date or anything, or what was the tweet? I forgot what it was.
All the tweet said is a new challenge is coming. Approaches. Are you prepared? And that was the mystery tweet. That's all they said. And
if it's they literally could be talking about Darkseid, and if they are, I'm going to be pissed.
I think they piss a lot of people off if that tweet was just another like Darkseid tweet.
If it comes out and it's new content and it's not, and it's like easy, I might quit.
Oh, the boy, he's saying big words right now. He's saying he's gonna quit. I don't think he'd quit.
Wait, you think if it's easy, you would quit?
Yeah, like if it's not challenging, like if I just can put, freaking Black Flash and just press auto.
Oh yeah, dude, it needs to be anniversary level.
But I think Black Flash in the anniversary event, I mean, that's still, I think it makes Black Flash makes everything easier. So even if it was just the anniversary event and a new like whatever, Black Flash is going to be, just bring Black Flash. That's all you got to do.
I mean, honestly, Black Flash, like it's cool what they did. I think it was a mistake. They're putting themselves in such a hard corner to get out of.
I agree. I think having Black Flash in this game right now is it's not, I don't want to say ruining the game. It's just, I don't know. The boy's raising his hand. Yes, the boy.
I have a couple things to say about that.
All right, let's hear it.
So, for Speedster fans, Impulse and Black Flash were some of the most requested characters.
Yeah, they're really cool. Well, Black Flash is really cool. Well, Impulse looks kind of like a dork.
For Lantern fans, Bleez was like by far the most requested character.
Yeah,
a lot of people wanted Shiva. So we have two fan favorite months in a row.
They're listening.
Or are they cash grabbing? Because you come out with Superwoman, and we can, I don't know if you guys want to segue into this, but Superwoman has been fan requested to finish the trinity of Ultraman, Owlman, and Superwoman. And you make a raid boss playable.
And not just any raid boss.
And not just like Superboy Prime. Yeah. Like you make freaking Darkseid playable. It brings up a question. That's 3 fan favorite months in a row. When was the last time that happened? Literally never.
Yeah, so on that note, whenever everybody switches over to Raid, my clan is Prime Alley. Okay.
So I'm gonna say this. So when I saw the announcement for Darkseid, and it was the mystery announcement. When I saw that announcement, my initial first thought was, is this the beginning of the end? Are they just reducing the amount of work needed for a new character? Like, that's what I thought. Like, oh, they already have the model ready to go. They can just slap him in. It's just less work. It's Darkseid. Everyone likes Darkseid. He's really cool. I personally never thought he should have been a playable character. But he was requested. But then I took a step back and I thought, oh, Snyder cut. Darkseid's in the Snyder cut. Like, I genuinely believe the only reason they're giving us Darkseid is because of the Snyder cut. That's
so
my thought.
before I give my thoughts on like even Darkseid being a playable character. Spoilers, I don't think he should be. I think the clue we're gonna get of them doing like some sort of like cash grab and trying to cash out before closing down the game is when you start seeing reused assets. Like,
yeah,
if Superwoman had literally Wonder Woman's face.
Oh, you want to know? You want? I would almost guarantee you. I will almost guarantee you that Superwoman's animations are going to be the same as Power Girls.
You think so?
I would almost guarantee you. I would.
But I mean, they've done that before. I think aren't Power Girls animations the same as Hal Jordan's Punch or something? Or
it's the same as Superman's.
Yeah, I mean, they've done that before.
But I mean, just like things like shortcuts to make it easier, like because like what you were talking about, like I think we would see that before, like. But I get what you're saying. It's very possible. Like, when's the last time like they were like, oh, here, characters everybody requested. Like, unless maybe they just like finally are listening to the community.
Yeah,
no, we got freaking Amazo.
I mean,
like, I don't think they're listening. I think they're like running out, and they're like, oh, people want like they gave us Adam in the wrong suit.
Okay,
right? They gave us Vandal freaking Savage.
I think Vandal's a popular character.
Yeah,
he's a cool character.
I agree with Josh here.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
I agree with what you're saying. Like,
I think the warning flags.
I just like knowing that they
if Superboy Prime becomes playable,
no,
it's done.
To me, Phantom Stranger as well,
or Necron.
But that doesn't even make sense story wise. Like, I think.
Oh, it doesn't. But neither does Darkseid.
No, Darkseid makes sense.
How?
Because the whole storyline of this game is
based around the Blackest
Night and the Black Lanterns and whatnot. And so the idea is,
who's the final boss?
The final boss is Necron. But I mean,
okay, and who's the raid boss?
Okay, no. See, that's not the storyline. The storyline isn't Darkseid. The storyline is, it's like Darkseid needs that's why all these villains are here. They like. The villains are joining to stop the universe from ending. So if, the fear is, Necron is going to overpower even Darkseid. And so now he needs to step in. That's the storyline. If Necron comes, the game's done. The story doesn't make sense. But I think if Phantom Stranger comes next, or again, Phantom Stranger, Superboy Prime, or who else have we seen in this game that's not playable? I think there's those two, right? Well, Necron.
Superboy Prime, Phantom Stranger.
Yeah.
And,
those are the only two non-playable characters. Well, aside from Necron, but never Necron. And obviously the Manhunters. Yeah. But I honestly, what if we do get a Manhunter? I wouldn't be like upset about getting a Manhunter.
That'd be like getting the Shield Agent number 5.
No,
true.
But I mean, true. I guess there's no like leader. Is there a leader of the Manhunters? Are they that? Or are they just
the Guardians?
No, okay, stop. Not talking.
What if we get Krona?
Yeah, I mean, no. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, for the Manhunters, because they're like they're still out there running around. Like, do they have their own like leader? The Manhunters are still out there.
The Anti-Monitor.
Okay, it's the Anti-Monitor then. Yeah. Okay.
I would just like. There's so much that can be done with this game that I'm just like.
All right. Well,
I don't get why like
let's just do DCL 2.
I mean, I mean, yikes. If they allowed, I don't know. If they, I can't imagine starting over. I don't want to do it. I don't think about it.
What if they said we're doing DC Legends 2, and if you played DC Legends 1, or if you had X amount of time in DC Legends 1, you could pick 3 characters to bring with you.
I can't. I don't know if I do it. I really don't know if I do it.
I would not like that at all.
Why not?
Because everybody would bring Black Flash, number one.
No,
and then,
it would be. I don't know if I can start over. I've even thought about starting over for fun on DCL, like starting a little baby account.
And I did it for like a week.
Yeah, I don't think I can do it. I don't.
I have an alt account, but I
like Leslie
don't
costly.
play it very much. It was barely costly.
Oh, barely costly.
Free to play costly.
I couldn't. I can't imagine starting over again. I don't know. I'm 4 years deep. There's no way I would.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
I don't know. Like, if a DCL 2 came out and they shut this one down, I'd probably play it, but I wouldn't. Like, as far as like my money investment into these games, I would fully switch over to Raid.
I don't know who I'm kidding. I'd play it. Like, I would download it.
I would
play it, but like,
I would play it.
Yeah,
and I'd probably spend money on it.
Damn, I don't want to put it out there. DCL 2 is not coming out.
Well, DCL 2
there is
coming 2022.
Like AT&T dumping WB.
But they didn't get bought or whatever. But
sorry, not WB, but specifically dumping like the comics company, and then also dumping like the games and like part of WB.
Was that
so
wasn't that the news like a few months ago? That was or like
no,
almost.
This is pretty fresh.
Really,
I heard about it in a podcast today. That came out today, and so like because like I guess Penguin Random House is talking about like it was rumored on CBR that Penguin Random House was looking at buying DC. They're just asking for like AT&T's asking for a very high price, and so like people have talked about like Marvel possibly buying it and stuff like that, and then people have talked about Microsoft is looking at buying WB Games division.
Can you imagine if Disney owned Marvel and DC?
That'd be crazy.
They'd mix them, and I don't know if I would.
We'd get so many good movies.
I'd be down for crossovers, but I want it to be separate universes if that ever happened. That'll be an entirely different podcast. We can do it.
Can you imagine if Marvel bought DC and then they did like a build-up event in the movies where they did a big crossover, like Superman,
where they did Avengers versus Justice
not even
League?
Avengers versus Justice League, but like they joined. I don't know.
It doesn't have to be versus.
I guess it
can just be called versus, but they don't have to fight.
Let's save this. Let's save this. For
okay, let's not go down that rabbit hole.
Hours. Okay. That's so. But okay, real quick. Let's talk about Bleez and Shiva real quick. Okay.
Shiva sucks. Bleez is awesome.
I think Shiva's great, but all right.
What did you say, DeBoy?
I said Shiva sucks. Bleez is awesome.
So
I think the other way around. I think Shiva's awesome and Bleez sucks. So
okay, well, guess what? Shiva can't do anything if there's a Bleez on the other team.
Yeah.
Thinking about it, yeah.
Yeah.
So
right?
I feel like I mean, this has been talked. He's pointing at his head right now. I've been talking. I think everyone's been talking about how Bleez could easily just be the best looking character in the game, hands down.
She is.
I don't think there's a debate behind that. But I'm not sold on Shiva yet. And I was just talking about this on stream. Everyone's yelling at me to gear up Shiva. You need Shiva. And I feel like this word gets used so much as need. You don't need Shiva.
Okay. You don't need Shiva. Here's my opinion on Shiva. She is the wrong good answer to the speed meta. So what I mean by that
she just goes faster.
So she's a good answer to a tauntless speed meta, which is what the speed meta is.
Mm-hmm.
If you have all of the components of the speed meta, there is no taunter, right? So like in one of those characters being Black Flash, she can, as long as she crits, her 2 can one-shot Black Flash. Now, now she has to crit. Now, I was messing with ways to get her to crit. You can obviously bring Deadshot Hired Gun and stuff like that. But what I mean by she's also the wrong counter to it is they're going about countering this stuff the incorrect way. Azrael was a good counter to speed meta because Azrael does not require you to also be going fast to be able to counter it. Whereas Shiva still requires you to go fast. Like, you can bring her without any speed, like without like Martian Manhunter or Cheetah, and she's still going to go first.
Right.
Which is crazy.
Unless I think they have Brainiac as well, right? Then it's
Nope, she still goes first.
Okay.
She goes first regardless.
Yeah.
But it's still all about her going
first. Yeah,
fast.
like,
You know, whereas like Azrael's a counter to the fact that you hit his team first. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like Azrael is the perfect
probably-
big gun to hide behind a tank. Like you
Yeah.
put a taunter, you put a tank with Azrael, that would annihilate the speed.
Azrael and Clayface together is insane.
Yeah, because you beat up on the team, Clayface takes all the hits, and you just piss Azrael off, and then he runs around and kills everyone.
Literally everyone.
Yeah.
A good way, just so I'll throw this out here for everybody, good way to counter a Black Flash Azrael team, as long as Black Flash is the first available, like you can get to him with Shiva, is Red Hood Shiva. So when Shiva takes out Black Flash or just anybody on the other team that's easy to kill right off the bat, basically whenever that would normally piss off Azrael, he can't, because Red Hood is your leader.
Now you just said that, and it just on stream today, I did a no S-Tunes challenge. So I wasn't able to use any S-Tunes. So no Black Flash, no Martian, no Lex, all the S-Tunes. And these recent challenges for me have been interesting because there's Black Flash now, you know, there's Shiva now, there's the speed metas here. But a person, Fire Wings, he's on my sheet, is always in my chat. He says that he uses Medfill. I can't even remember the name of it. I can't remember the team now, but it was like Medfill, Lobo, Grundy, I think, and that takes care of like Manhunter, Black Flash, Azrael. Like he says that team wins all the time against those three. So I think there's definitely teams out there that can handle. And it's interesting to me, and this is kind of all related to Shiva, with people saying you need Shiva, like you need these characters. You don't need any character really. There's so many characters in this game that I think there's ways around almost anything right now.
I feel like you need Martian Manhunter.
I didn't use him today at all. Cleared the whole board. Not even an issue. I mean, there's Cheetah. I mean, Cheetah's. I mean, this same. But even without Cheetah, I was able to. I think I used on Cheetah once, but like you don't. It almost seems like, man, like I don't know. This is all going into. I don't think Shiva is going to be. Like,
I don't think she's going to be S tier. I think she'll get rated S tier because she pew goes fast.
Yeah.
That's what
people like.
Everyone gets
she's fun.
horny for.
I think she's good. The only I'm probably going to gear up Shiva if I need her for Siege. Like if we find out.
For raid?
Yeah. No, for Siege.
Oh.
Raids, whatever. Raids, obviously, she's going to be good. She's a 5x soon. Blah 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 blah. But for Siege, because right now Black Flash is going to be good in almost any Siege. Like he's that powerful. But will Shiva have that same kind of impact? Will you need Shiva going forward in Sieges? I don't know. Maybe. I could see it happening. Maybe if you don't want to bring your own Black Flash, you don't want to get pinned down against you can bring Shiva. Now you don't have to bring Manhunter and Black Flash. You can just use Shiva and then a bonus tune or something. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm curious to see if Shiva will be necessary for Sieges going forward, like how Black Flash seemingly is now.
So what about Bleez?
I love Bleez.
I love her.
I used her a little bit, and I haven't really had a chance to really use her.
She's tanky.
Yeah, she's real tanky.
I was just saying that she sucked earlier because you told me that Shiva sucked. So,
oh yeah, no,
I will say,
I'm just being facetious.
Word of the day over there.
Oh my god!
I'll say, I mean, I've used Bleez under a bunch of some different team comps. But obviously under Lex, oh my goodness gracious, like
oh my goodness.
It makes that team even she's so good under Lex. When you get it,
you literally just run like Lex, Sapphire, and Bleez, and then she's crit immune and taunting the whole match.
Yeah, and it's amazing. I don't know. I'm really big on Bleez. If you don't have Clayface, if you don't have Grundy, Bleez is definitely worth a good. She's a really good tank to bring up. She's a green tank. Again, she's not there for damage output, and I don't think like Grundy.
Yeah, if you bring her for damage, obviously you're going to be like sorely disappointed because she doesn't do damage.
And I think a lot of people compare that to Grundy. Like Grundy is a good tank, but he can output a lot of damage. But I think Bleez is a better tank. Like
I think
I think Bleez is a better tank than Grundy, but Grundy also does work really well under Lex. I just feel like
I haven't used her outside of L2 yet, so
She got a lot of hate. I think she got a lot of hate because she doesn't go pew pew zoom zoom, and people don't like that.
Yeah,
because people don't like to use their brains; they like to turn it off and just go pew pew zoom zoom.
I'm feeling personally attacked right now.
No, okay, so I'm not going to say who, but like just in our time of playing the game, especially me and DuBois together, there's certain people, like especially within the Owls, that we know that like that's all they care about is just like the pew pew meta.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they would call it. And it's like, I can tell you, I've always been against that meta. I've always been like, no, I think more interesting teams are more fun. And it's put me on the same side as 2D Tron on a few things before. I mean,
before Kilowog, dude, the fastest tune I used was like 109 speed.
Yeah.
See, Kilowog's a good counter to Azrael a lot.
The best counter. Keep going.
Here's the thing: is you have to make sure that nobody's faster than, or nobody. If anybody is faster than Kilowog, they can't have an attack move. They have to like be able to buff or something, because Kilowog has to be the first person that goes that does damage to the enemy team. You know, otherwise you risk activating Azrael unless they have awareness. Then like Azrael, Martian Manhunter teams, so ridiculously easy to deal with. Like you literally give me like I bring Black Flash.
Obviously.
I bring Black Flash. Take and like just reset their turn meter, and then Kilowog goes in there and he stuns Azrael, and then I normally have somebody purge whatever the taunt is that has Azrael hiding behind it, and then I just kill Azrael, and then I continue on. Sometimes I'll even leave Azrael for last and just keep resetting turn meter with Black Flash as I kill everybody, and Azrael's sitting there stunned and helpless, like he can't do anything.
This sounds like big brain stuff, but really it's just bring Black Flash. Like,
yeah, well, I mean,
you don't even need Black.
You don't need Black Flash.
It's Kilowog.
Yeah,
it's all Kilowog.
But I mean, you just
Kilowog.
Kilowog.
I'll say, I mean, I like the hard hitting tunes. The only reason I'm not a big fan, like it is fun. I think everyone's definition of fun is different though, but it is fun to bring interesting characters and maybe 2D what we like them say, but bring in characters that aren't in the meta to just really see what kind of synergies you can make up. And it is fun. The only problem with that, and this is my problem, and this is why I like the tunes that just go out and start like knocking heads, is because when you do those really cool teams, quote unquote cool teams, and fun teams, it takes so effing long to do a match. Like I'm not trying to sit there and do a match.
Takes what?
It takes so effing long.
Family friendly podcast, right?
I'm not sitting there trying to play like a match for 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Like I want to be in and out of a match in 1 minute max.
But you know what my favorite team to run is Nightwing.
Yuck.
Clayface.
Well, he's cool.
Azrael.
A lot of Bat Family.
And Cassandra King.
Oh, wait, Bat Family tunes?
So that team is so ridiculously fun. It'll lose sometimes, but most of the time it just wrecks because like Clayface starts getting hit, and so Azrael starts going crazy, and then Nightwing keeps Cassandra invisible, and then anytime anybody else goes when they're invisible, Nightwing can then do his A1 or raid speak A1 basic.
Wow.
He can do his basic, and then when he does that, he applies invisibility all over the place, and then Clayface keeps taunting, and it's great. That's my favorite team right there, and it is definitely not a meta team in any way whatsoever.
You said
shameless plug. Remember, this podcast is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends.
All right, X Hero. All right, so
you know what? I'll say that I will never use Nightwing. I can't imagine. I don't even know what he does. But Kasi,
Nightwing's cool, dude.
I don't know. I'm not. In the comics, he's cool. I like Nightwing, but in the game, I'm not trying.
His new 52 skin?
We're not even going down that. We're not starting that again. We're not. I'm taking my jacket off. I can't. We're not starting that again.
Okay, back to Bleez. Back to Bleez.
All right, back to Bleez. Let's talk about the Bleez, the Bleezinator. The Bleezinator. Talk about it, boy.
I don't even know what to say to that, dude. The Bleezinator.
Yeah.
She's good. She's a tank. She's a beefy girl. She's the best looking tune in the game, hands down. Yeah. Well, not hands down because Talia is up there too.
I know. Mm-mm.
Look, she may be the tank, but she's the tankinator.
She is a tankinator.
That's the title of this podcast, the Bleezinator.
The Bleezinator.
God. No, she's super good.
Yeah.
I think I think she will probably get C or below tier, and I think that's criminal.
I don't know. I think anytime you have a turn 0 taunter, it has to be B minimum.
Yes.
Yeah, like I mean that's
and
too.
No. And she's a turn 0 taunter that can't die.
Yeah, that can't die turn 1 unless she gets purged. But again, yeah. But I mean that's I guess any tank, like I mean, yeah, whatever.
If they get purged, then cool. But like, she can't die turn 1 unless you use a specific move to purge her death immunity.
There were many teams I ran in Siege where I was able to just go Lex lead against speed meta teams, and I was like, oh, Bleez will be fine because she can't die. If they don't have a purger,
you just put her in there and she never dies.
Yeah, and she never dies. Like, and then that's it. Whereas, like, Clayface and Grundy, you can, you don't need purgers. You can just, you can kill them. But Bleez can't die. So it's Bleez. I think I do think there is a little bit of a negative buzz around here. People aren't like, I've already heard people call her trash and not good, but I don't agree. I don't agree. I think she's a great tank. Like, again, I'm not saying she's a great, she's no Azrael. She's not a big hitter. She's a great tank. Like,
okay, but look at this. Okay. Would you say she's as tanky or more tanky than Barda? Think about that, because and take into account affinities here too.
I'm saying it at this one because I've only used her at L2.
So Josh, think about her. So affinity wise as well, right? She's green instead of red. So all those all those big hitting greens, they usually don't kill her, right? Yeah. Barda, you can red Robin Arcus, boom, and Barda's gone, right?
Yeah.
And does Barda do big damage?
No, but you know what, Barda? Well, Bleez does get men's too, doesn't she?
Bleez gets men's, yeah.
But none of them.
Bleez also does a stun, so does Barda.
Yeah.
Bleez does the stun.
Rage.
That's selectable in rage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is still bugged though.
It is bugged.
But when I use it and it works how I want it to work, it's very clutch.
And I'll tell you what, when she uses her 3 on an enraged red, that red typically dies.
Yeah, she does do big damage against reds. I will say,
if I would say that she's as good, maybe slightly better than Barda, but she won't get the same rating as Barda will.
I mean, the only reason I think someone might think that Barda is better is just because of how many stamina ups she gets and how many taunts she gets and how many she gets, because she gets taunts, she gets death immunity, and it's triggers off attacking her. So like she becomes like, Barda is one of those tunes where if you don't plan right, you're not going to kill. But I guess with Bleez, I don't know.
Bleez is the only tune in the entire game that can, on manual, have 100% taunt up time.
Yeah, that is true.
She's the only tune in the entire game that can do that. She can literally taunt the entire
and that's match. Very, very crucial. Like it's and that's a good tank. You want a tank saying
she gains mins while doing it as well.
Yeah, you want a tank saying, look at me, attack me. Because Clayface can't do that. He only does it when he claps. Grundy can do that. Well, Grundy can do that only on one move, but Bleez on her basic can always keep the attention on her. So I mean, I think Bleez is great. I think Bleez is great.
I think she's a solid character.
I like her so far for what I've.
Now, Kasi, you probably use Shiva more than any of us. What do you think about Shiva? Like, what is it about Shiva?
I really only used her yesterday. Really? Was the first time I used her. Yeah, but I think she's got nice damage potential, just with the strength ups and the crit ups.
Her big thing is if she runs into a taunter, right?
Yeah. Taunter shuts her down.
So, yeah. But beyond that, like, she's great.
That is interesting.
The shield transference thing is really cool. And then like the awarenesses are nice too.
I do think it's interesting the two tunes. I think it's interesting the two tunes that came out. Like Bleez is like almost like a direct counter to like Shiva. But like if you have Bleez
and Shiva's a counter to one of the big tunes from last month. So
but I don't have much to say about Shiva. I've said it already. I'm not completely sold on her yet. I don't think she's like and I hate to keep thinking this way, but she's no Black Flash, you know, and I don't need tunes to be game changers every time they come out. Like I don't need game changing tunes every time they come out. But I don't think I'm not 100% sold on Shiva. I do understand she's very good. She hits very hard early. She can do massive damage. She's a very, very, very good tune. But right now, like with kind of where I'm at in my game, and this might be for other people too, there's certain characters you want to be bringing up, or you need to allocate your resources better. And as of now, I mean, we've all gotten to where we are now without Shiva, you know? So like, I don't, and that's with most new characters. You're where you are now without that character. And I think Shiva might be another one. I don't think she's going to be that necessary. Like, I think everyone's coming off the buzz of Black Flash from last month where you need Black Flash is so good now. I'm not going to say you need him, but he's a game changer.
You know what's gonna be funny? Is when Darkseid sucks.
No, don't say that.
So we'll get to that in a second. But just to counter what you were saying, I see what you're saying, and I see how that could be. But she is also a good counter to a tauntless Black Flash. So,
but when
in most speed meta does not run a taunt. So, but
now with Shiva's running around there, I mean, how easy is it to slot in? I mean, you go Manhunter or Cheetah lead with Black Flash, you automatically go first, right? How easy is it to slot in a turn 0 taunter in that first roll and be like, okay, slot Bleez in there.
Yeah.
Slot a green tank.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think she would have been a lot more threatening if they made her AoE hit be the hard hitting one.
Or if they gave her True Sight.
Because right now, like during the siege, I ran into a lot of RB1 Shiva. I think it was like Burgers had her RB1 like right off the get go, and then M4 went crazy and did an RB4 Shiva. But even then, I was able to 18 point those two teams. Like Shiva was not a
because you put Bleez in there.
I literally put Bleez in there, and it wasn't. Shiva just doesn't, you know. Like again, I'm the type of player like only now that I'm streaming am I bringing up tunes more often, but because I'm bringing up more tunes more often, I'm more.
Oh, you ran Deadshot Hired Gun, Red Robin, Larfleeze, and Black Adam versus everybody.
That's the old guard. But what I'm saying is, I think what I'm saying is, because I'm bringing up more tunes now than before, I'm being more picky about the tunes I'm bringing up because resources. You know, I have a lot of gems, but.
I'm not saying she's required. I just think she's a good
I agree. I think she's a good tune, but I don't think there's so much buzz about her right now that like it's every time like, oh my God, you don't have Shiva geared up. I'm like, well, I mean, come on guys. Like when did it needing the new tune geared up be the thing? Like, I don't get it. Like, you know, I don't.
It's always kind of been that way though. It's like, oh, whoever the new hotness is, you know what I mean? To where it's like, I mean, I get like, I guarantee you within a week, people are going to be like, oh well, where's like, whoever the new one is, Darkseid is Superwoman, whoever's going to be the free tune? They're going to be like, oh, do you have them geared up yet? Because it's like at that point, like right now, we're 2 days off of Shiva basically coming out. You know what I mean? Like that's when she like. So like, that's what everybody wants to see for right now.
I just felt like Shiva's been getting more buzz than other tunes in past events. Like no one was buzzing about Kilowog and Guy. No one was buzzing about because she goes first. Honestly, it is, but. Yeah, and it's because she can kill Black Flash. Well, who cares? Like, I don't know. And then also all this matters in Wraith. Like, who cares about Wraith? Can you imagine caring about Wraith?
So, we talked about this a little bit, but what are you guys' thoughts on Darkseid and Superwoman?
Well, I mean, we kind of went over Darkseid, and we don't want to go down that rabbit hole again. I just would like Darkseid to be. You have to make Darkseid strong. Nope. You don't think he should be strong, or you just don't think he's going to be?
I think he's gonna suck.
I think he needs to be strong though, and
I think he's going to be at or slightly less than Superman level.
I think he's going to be at or higher than Superman level.
So I'm probably in the minority on this. I think Superman's fine.
I think Superman.
Oh, I think he's fine too.
Superman, like you have to plan for, and he's annoying. Like
Darkseid's not going to one-shot people. I think he's not going to do that.
Oh, but I don't want.
I want Darkseid to bring in something new to the game.
Down this rabbit hole, but it's like I'm only want to talk about Superwoman, but just on this real quick. That's why it's like, but I can kind of contradict.
Is he going to talk about Raid right now?
Here, but it's like, no, no,
I'm not. About to.
But like, here's the thing. That's the problem with bringing Darkseid into the game. Is Darkseid fits as a raid boss because it's believable how much damage he's doing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? To where it's like,
and it takes the whole freaking Justice League to beat him.
But I mean, Superman's in the game. Like Superman's in the game.
Yeah, but at the same time, like even in the comics, Superman gets beat up by Darkseid all the time.
No, but Superman can beat up Darkseid.
Yeah, but like when they want to make him look really good, but for the most part, Superman is always lesser power than Darkseid because Darkseid's the big bad. You know what I mean? Where like because Darkseid's normally a Justice League villain, so it's like that's the thing about like bringing Darkseid into the game. It just doesn't make sense for that. Now we're going to bring him in, and I see people also having that same argument that I'm not exactly making this argument, but I see people like, oh, it's going to be funny when Shiva takes out Darkseid, right? Where it's like, okay, yeah, but it's going to be funny when Shiva takes out Superman too. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that already happens in the game. Like, you know what I mean?
I think he's not going
to be. Regardless if he's going to be good or not, I hope Darkseid brings in some sort of new mechanic.
Or if he comes out and he's like God tier, that will further my belief that it's a cash grab.
I don't. Boy, you're such a negative Nancy right now.
Off of Darkseid, Superwoman. How do you guys feel about Superwoman? So now we have the unholy trinity now of Owlman, Ultraman,
the Crime Syndicate,
Superwoman. So yeah, how do you guys feel about it? You guys excited?
I'm really excited for Superwoman. I think she's super cool.
I'm excited to see the kids.
Yeah,
and see what she does.
But I think she's a cool character. I like Superwoman. I love the Crime Syndicate. My introduction to the Crime Syndicate was from the Trinity War. Was that the Trinity War?
Forever Evil.
Forever Evil. Yeah, that was my introduction to.
Do you think she's gonna have a move where like she gives birth to a baby and then like lifts it up and says like Mazas?
No, she won't. I am very interested in seeing what Superwoman could do. I think she's a good character. I think she's an interesting character to bring. That's it. Like, again, I don't know what she can do. I don't know what she's going to do. Like with Darkseid, my hope is,
I think it's actually real quick, because I just realized how off the wall that joke is. That's what happens in Darkseid War. Just so everybody knows that hasn't read comics. That's what happens in Darkseid War about Superwoman. All right.
I'm going to say, I think Superwoman's going to be good. No, I'm not saying, but I think she's a good tune. I think she's an interesting character to bring. I just would like to see a new mechanic or something, like, you know, when we got empowered strength ups, but not something like that. Not something like, oh, it's one of these is three of those.
Same thing, but
yeah, I want it to be like, you know, for Darkseid, maybe he can do. He unlocks the anti-life equation in characters. So now maybe you can. By now Darkseid appearing in the game, other characters might have the ability to force choose what move the other character does, or you can make them. You can make another character on the team attack, you know, another character. I don't know. You can make them be a part of your team for a second for one move or something. You know, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it'd be interesting to see some new mechanic in the game. Doesn't have to be that.
Are you referring to like skills that could do things like put the enemy's skills on cooldown? Stuff like that.
Oh my god, is this in Raid?
No,
it's in Raid. I'm just saying it'd be neat to see a mechanic. And I think Darkseid is the perfect tune to bring in new mechanics.
No, I'm just thinking that would be a cool mechanic. Is actually what I'm saying. Yes, it's in Raid, but that doesn't matter. Like, just like have a you can target one person to where it's like, say if you go before Black Flash, like what you could do to him is you could set his Terminator reset by using like a certain character's ability to say this is in their kit. Like say Darkseid, like where he hits an AoE and it brings everybody's cooldowns like back by one. So it's like all of a sudden when Black Flash starts, all he has up is his basic.
That'd be kind of neat.
You know what I mean?
Like a cooldown reset,
which is kind of similar to
but I guess
Rage,
it's kind of like a silence.
Yeah,
or in Rage.
But it does a little bit more because it's like even if in Rage or silence gets purged off, then now he also has access to that ability. Whereas, like, if you this ability, he still won't have access.
That's true.
It's an ability that forces something upon the other characters. It's not just buffs and debuffs.
Yeah.
But then Black Flash basics and gets speed ups, and then he was with Lex, and he gets speeded up again, and then he still goes first.
Anyways, okay, Superwoman looks like she's going to be cool. Let's keep going through this. All right, so this raid.
Wait,
What do you
I will
guys-
say, wait, real quick. I
Here
will
we go.
say, to the devs and to WB's credit, the art so far this year has been really good.
Like
I
character
think
design.
Superwoman's
except for
yes.
Shiva's face, but yes.
but it's still fine. Like I mean, it's not like bad. It's
Shiva's
not like
bad,
Beast Boy
bad. Shiva's her face is the worst female face in the game,
Okay.
hands down.
But like as good as Bleez is, makes up for that a little bit.
I know. I don't know.
Dark Side looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Superwoman
Darkseid's been
looks
designed for a
good.
long time.
Exactly. Lazy.
Yeah.
Superwoman looks good. Black Flash looks good. Impulse looked good. Remember how everyone said how Impulse was going to be meta breaking? I literally haven't seen an Impulse in 4 weeks.
Yeah. Impulse is not.
Anyway.
Yeah, I did see him once in Siege, and it was very annoying. Because, of course, the one time I saw him, he opened with, what is it?
Whatever the move is.
To your point on Impulse, I don't know if it's a 2 or just 3 that does the reset.
Yeah. I think so. Impulse, Schmimpulse.
Impulse, I feel, yes.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Next.
Expectations of this raid. What are you guys thinking? What are you...
Red boss, I'll bring Arcus.
Yeah.
Green boss, I'll bring Arcus, and it'll be win.
For me, unfortunately, I feel like raids are just formulaic right now.
These bonus tunes look horrible.
Oh yeah, the bonus tunes are terrible. I mean, Shiva's obviously going to be nice.
Yeah.
I think people are.
You have to care for that, Josh.
What happened?
See, that's why we'll be fine. Like Arcus, we use on the green and the red boss, and then Shiva use on the blue boss. We're good. All right, cool.
Easy peasy.
But I mean, like
Fast forward 4 days.
Harley Quinn, people are saying like, "Oh, I'm not going to use Harley because she's bugged." You don't need Harley to evade. Like her damage isn't bugged. She's still going to pop.
You don't need Harley.
I'm going to use my Harley in this siege.
Actually, I think Harley will do better than she ever would in this raid than other ones. Because here's the thing, like whenever like she gets the counterattacks, then it's just more animation time and stuff like that. Yeah, it's extra hits and stuff like that too. But then it's like, I don't know. We'll see.
She has 2 moves that do nothing.
Who?
Harley Quinn.
2 moves that do nothing?
Her taunt does nothing to the raid boss.
Okay.
And her AoE does like baby damage.
It doesn't
So, like,
do
what's the
baby
point?
damage for one. Check yourself. It can do 150% damage like 50% of the time. And it puts intelligence downs on a boss. And then you bring in stars. Boy, I can't even with you right now. I'm looking at your face. I'm going to turn your camera off as what's going to happen.
All right.
Use Harley Quinn.
Continuing on. So the raid's going to be raid. All right.
No, but wait. This, legit talk about raids real quick. I think what I was saying, it's becoming very formulaic. Like you don't need bonus tunes at all. Like you don't need any bonus tunes for raids ever. Like it's nice when you have the bonus tune geared up. If you're
especially with the bonus tune list this bad.
yeah, and if you have like, let's say if you're a new player out there, or this is your first time really pushing in raids, don't focus on bringing up a bonus tune because they're a bonus tune. Like save your resources for characters that are going to be better serve you outside of raids, or only take up that tune if that tune is going to be useful in all raids. Your Arcuses, your Hippos, your Lexes, your Saint Walkers, your Star Sapphires, your Harley Quinn, Quite Vexings. Like build up the tunes that will be useful in all raids, not just one. Like Ultraman, I don't know. I'm not taking an Ultraman, and like I got Arcus. Why would I have Arcus? Like Azrael, take up Azrael. Like he's going to be useful in raids and in all raids. He is useful in all raids. So I don't know. It's just I just always see like I get questions sometimes about like how what are your tips on raids, and I was like, it's the same thing. And
bring
Arcus, bring Saint Walker, bring Azrael, bring Harley Quinn, Quite Vexing. Just bring the tunes that
don't bring Saint Walker because he's bugged in raids.
Well, I mean, any call assist tune is bugged in raids, which is really annoying. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but if you're listening and you're unaware of this, if you bring in a tune that does call assist, sometimes the call assist, the damage that you get from the call assist attack will not count towards the boss. So you'll kill the boss, but then the game will go like, oh, actually you lost, because they don't know how to handle the boss being dead, but then damage still being there. And so it says you to lose. I don't know. It's a stupid bug. And
It's only happened to me. It's only ever happened to me when I bring Saint Walker.
I've had it happen for me for Hippo, Saint, and even Lex. Any call assist.
play on Android.
I can't with you right now.
I've never had it happen to me, so
I don't know.
you know.
And you
Look,
yeah,
here's
just
the thing about raids. The way I look at raids every month is it is a formulaic way to get a whole bunch of resources.
it is. Do raids, obviously. Like
it's worth it, but it's
100%
just
worth
like it's also just a really long grind, and it's not fun.
can you imagine
all.
pushing for top 10 for just like one more rebirth crystal?
Can you imagine pushing and getting second place every month?
Chosen is never going to come over if you keep saying things like that.
Hey, I'm just saying. If you're not first, you're last.
If you're not first, you're
my
last.
Okay, second place is the first losers.
Yep.
All right.
Hey, but wait, real quick.
Uh-huh.
Lots of respect for those guys.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, in all seriousness, I can't.
let's all be
I
honest.
wouldn't be able to do what
You
they
know
do.
the real like stupid people here are? The two people that left the number one alliance.
For 3 more rebirth crystals a month? Nah.
How to all those owls out there, you got a home here. you got a home.
We even have a super special emote made by our leader.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what emote that is. What is it? Is it the owl?
It's got a red
the
X
owl.
on
Okay,
it.
yeah. That's true. Okay, I couldn't remember what emote it was.
Oh,
all right, so continuing on. So raid is going to be raids. All right, Lois and Clark. I guess it started tonight. Right?
it started tonight.
Did you watch? Is it on now, or when did it come on? At 7?
It started at 5 Central. No, 5 Pacific is when it started. It was a 2-hour premiere.
I'm gonna watch that tomorrow.
Yeah,
Me too.
I'll probably watch it tonight or something. I stay up late. So I'm gonna watch it for sure. We'll probably talk about it on the next episode more.
But wait, what do you saw the trailer? Yeah, the trailer looks amazing.
trailer
It looks
looks awesome.
HBO quality. Like it doesn't look like CW quality. It looks like legit.
It looks good. And I will say, like, when that guy was picked to play Superman in Supergirl, I was kind of like, not really
same here. I was like,
but homie looks dope.
I think he's a good Superman. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he's proved himself. But when he first got cast, I wasn't sure.
Now, wait, I want to talk about something.
I want to talk about.
I want to freaking talk about the same
and
thing.
I think it's the same thing.
Supergirl.
Yeah, Supergirl. Yes.
What do you think about the new Supergirl coming in the movies?
So can I
Yeah,
go first?
You can go. Right, he raised his hand.
Okay. So at first I was like, dude, no, you can't. Like, what the heck? Like, Supergirl's like dark, like light skin, blonde hair, blue eyes, like. And then I was like, wait, like, yes, she's drawn like that, but like, she's an alien. She's not human.
Yeah.
Right. So if they want to have a little bit of creativity with it, go for it. Right. I mean, Henry Cavill is not like.
I mean, he looks exactly like a Superman. That's a bad pick. No, you can try again.
No.
I mean, Aquaman.
Yeah, Aquaman. Yeah. Or the new Hawkman.
I don't remember what he looks like. But I'm gonna say
the new Hawkman is played by
I guess I could pull it up too. I have a computer.
Pull it up.
I'm so out of the loop. What
Oh my goodness, Costly. They announced a new Supergirl. Goodness sakes.
Is that what I saw in passing?
And her name is like Sasha something. I'm like, you're gonna make you super.
Aldous Hodge is Hawkman.
How do you spell that? I'm gonna look at Aldous. Oh, I got it. I don't need your help. Yeah, he's Hawk. Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's sweet, sick. Yeah, Hawkman, sick. Okay, but I mean, so the new girl is Sasha Kaye or Kale.
At first I was like, and then like I saw some like Boss Logic, if you guys know who he is. He does like a ton of art. He did like a mashup with her as Supergirl, and I was like, oh, okay, she actually looks good. Like that's cool. I'm cool with it. Like do you? She might not have blonde hair.
Do you think like the blonde hair change is too drastic? As what?
Well, Aquaman doesn't have blonde hair.
Like that was a big one for me. Like I like that style of Aquaman. I just don't like Jason Momoa. And don't let
but, like,
wifey Rars here because she gets pissed. But
we're not gonna work. That's because she's got the right to pay. I think at first I was like, but then I was like, oh, it doesn't like actually matter. Like, she's an alien. She's not like they can take some creative liberties with it. I feel
like I know Supergirl is very iconically blonde hair, but same thing with Aquaman. He was iconically blonde hair, but I don't think it matters, and I don't think this matters for Supergirl too. Did you see her cosplay?
Barry Allen, which I hate Ezra Miller as Flash.
He's not.
But
whatever.
Again, right? He's not Barry Allen.
Yeah,
Barry Allen's blonde hair.
Yeah, it's true.
Right? Seems like they're trying to go away from that blonde hair, blue-eyed look, so that's kind of weird.
They're also going. I don't know if you. I mean, this is a whole other topic for another day, and this is more of a like. I don't want to say sensitive topic, but there's a lot. All the redhead tunes, all the redhead characters in all of movies. Do you see that when was the last time you saw a redheaded tune that wasn't Mira, our character? Think about every Wally West. Think about Jimmy Olsen. Think about there's other redheaded characters in the DC universe that when they get casted, not redhead anymore. Yeah, interesting stuff.
And so here's one of the things that I think it may be easier to draw them as a redhead than to actually find a redhead person to play it.
I could see that.
So that may be something that's weird.
Yeah, but a haircut exists, so
but it looks really weird. Fake redhead looks weird though.
Yeah, exactly. I think if the new Supergirl, if they dye her hair blonde, I think it will be fine. She'll look like maybe like blonde with like that dark.
I saw a picture of her with blonde hair, and
so I think she'll be fine. I think she's actually going to be really good. I think it's kind of cool that they didn't pick like a mainstream actress for it. She's kind of like relatively unknown, right? I mean, what has she been in?
Like a soap opera, I think. Young and the Restless or something.
So kind of cool, right? Like, she's not a big name, which gives me hope. They're going to bring some like cool people in for the Green Lantern HBO show. Just saying.
Yeah.
And I just hope that it's not Tom Cruise. If it's Tom Cruise, I won't watch it.
Don't talk about my boy Tom Cruise. He's a great actor. Don't even.
He's a great actor, but if he's Hal Jordan, I'm not watching the Green Lantern show.
Don't watch it then. More Green Lantern for me then. Don't watch it. I don't want you to. Don't watch it now.
He's Hal Jordan.
Good. Don't watch it.
So,
but Supergirl's gonna be great. Superman and Lois also, I think, looks phenomenal.
We will talk about. We'll all watch it, and maybe next podcast we'll give our little rundown and our thoughts about it. It's a new show, and it looks good.
3 episodes.
Yeah,
probably.
Sure. Yeah.
Next podcast we can probably do that in like a future state wrap up or something.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
And then Snyder Cut. The trailer came out. What did you guys think?
I actually watched. I'm not a trailer watching person.
First trailer Josh
ever watched in his life. For me, if I'm gonna watch a movie, I don't need to see any trailers. Just I'm in. Like I don't want anything spoiled, because trailers some days now, man, you watch it and they spoil things. But
they give you everything in the trailer.
But this trailer did a really good job of. So if you're the same as me and you're like afraid to watch it, go ahead and watch it. Nothing spoiled at all. It just gets you more hyped for it, which is what trailers should do.
I'll tell you what. Both of the trailers with like
wait. There's two. I've only seen one.
There's two.
Okay, careful then. I've only seen one. Is there one that shows more than the other?
No. It's like the first one literally just shows like retakes of the original Justice League movie, but with the Hallelujah song playing.
Oh, okay.
But both of them, like it's literally like we've seen the first trailer. We have seen like 95% of those shoots already, and it's still like, oh my god, this looks great. It's gonna be great.
For it.
So I'm pumped for it. It's gonna be 4 hours.
Here's the thing. Before we get too far away from what Josh said a minute ago, I wouldn't necessarily agree that the trailer doesn't reveal anything, because the end part of the trailer you could count as that being a reveal.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it would have been cool to not know that person was going to be there.
And like you're right for not watching trailers most of the time, because like trailers nowadays have become more about making sure you spend the money to go watch the movie than you being surprised when you're watching the movie. You know what I mean? Like we all saw Doomsday in Batman vs Superman trailer before we ever.
You know what's annoying about that?
Doomsday
you know what's annoying about that? I was unaware Doomsday was in Justice League 1 week before I went to go watch it. I had avoided all Justice League trailers. I avoided all Justice League, Batman versus Superman. I avoided all the news. I was unaware that Doomsday was in the movie, and I got spoiled for me on Reddit. I was on Reddit, and then someone said, I tried literally a week before I was going to watch it, someone said Doomsday. I was like, oh.
See, but that's just like, not to get into a big long discussion here about it, but like that's the problem with trailers today. It's like the fact that got spoiled for you is because like somebody thought it was common knowledge because trailer.
Yeah.
So it's like that's the problem with trailers, just spoiling everything nowadays.
Like why are movies why are movies so afraid to keep secrets until they happen? Like I don't understand. Like I feel like
I agree because when those things happen in the movie, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah. And like look at TV shows nowadays. Like TV shows do such good like all these, there's so many shows that, like, I'm gonna just talk about WandaVision or something, but there's things that happen in the show and they keep it secret for so long, and then you find out when you watch it, like, oh my god, I just hit my mic. But you're like, oh my god, like I want those moments in the movies, like it'd be really cool to see. Like I don't know.
Back to real quick, Batman versus Superman and getting spoiled, right? As soon as you knew Darkseid was in the movie, you knew Superman was going to die.
Oh, Doomsday.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, what did I say?
Darkseid.
Okay, yeah.
Ding dong.
As soon as whatever. Darkseid, Doomsday, whatever.
He just froze.
I just like lost the train. As soon as you knew Doomsday was in the movie,
yeah, you knew he was going to die.
You knew he was going to die. But if they like didn't release that at all, like nothing about Doomsday, and then all of a sudden Doomsday comes like out of the ship, right? And
then you start having like an anxiety attack about the fact that Superman's
like, oh my god, Superman's gonna die.
Yeah. No.
Which, like, here's the thing: when I saw Doomsday, I wasn't even like, I thought, oh, maybe they're gonna get the Superman, but I was like, nah, it's too early. They're not gonna do it, and they did it.
Yeah. I mean, that's a whole nother topic. But I mean, just I like save the surprises for the movies. My goodness, like, come on.
For instance, like, no spoilers because I know it's a newer show, but WandaVision's great, and if you want surprises all over the place.
Can you imagine not watching WandaVision right now? Like, I just can't imagine the type of person who would just not be watching WandaVision if they were like, if they love the Marvel movies. I couldn't. It would just.
I feel like the boy's not.
He's not. I don't get it. Go watch it. Just go.
I'm waiting until they're all out.
Stop. You're gonna be. Something's gonna be spoiled. There's enough.
Okay, I did that with Mandalorian, and has it been enough time? Can I say what happened at the end of Mandalorian?
Yeah. Wait, boy, have you seen Mando? Oh my god!
I'm kidding.
Okay.
Like, that got spoiled for me, the ending.
Yeah. See?
So, like,
boy, I'll say.
Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
So I waited till everything came out, and then I was going to go watch it, and that literally got spoiled for me by Sparky.
Okay, boy, trust me. What WandaVision is doing right now, you don't want to be. It's not worth.
Yeah,
it's not really not worth waiting to see.
So I was doing what you're doing, and then like last week, Sixes and Sparky and all them convinced me, like, dude, you just need to watch it because there's stuff that's going on that like you don't want to miss. And I was like, okay, so I started watching it.
Okay, I'll watch it this week.
And if you're,
they're only like 30 minutes,
they're short episodes.
Extremely long.
And if you're out there thinking the same thing, like I'm gonna wait for WandaVision.
For everybody, because this isn't a spoiler or anything. Episode 7, there is a post-credit.
Yeah, there is a post-credit scene at the end of episode 7.
There's not in any of the other episodes, but episode 7, you gotta wait till after the credits.
The boys.
Also, Snyder Cut. There's a end of movie cameo from a big name character.
Imagine. I think. I don't know.
Here's my problem.
It's gonna be.
Anything else out of Snyder Cut? Like, Snyder Cut's cool that it's happening. That's not continuing. We don't need teases for things in the future.
Or, I mean, here's the thing.
Or it does amazing, and they bring more.
Exactly. Costly. What if this sparks something?
Yes,
what if this sparks something, and all of a sudden they're like, okay, Snyder, here's $200 million to go make Justice League 2.
And then boom, here's Flashpoint. Boom,
boom,
like it's.
And boom, we're firing Ezra Miller and getting someone else.
Oh boy.
Here's my thing though. How did everybody forget so quickly that like Snyder's movies were divisive as far as people were concerned about like whether they were good or not?
They're
you know what I mean? Like
I think you're a jabroni.
Here's the thing. Well, those guys are idiots.
They're jabronis.
I liked them, but like,
Okay.
there's a criticism about them that's valid about them being really dark.
Okay, well, I'm going to say this. Wait.
Okay, the DC universe is dark.
Before we go too deep,
A little bit with like,
what if you have a not necessarily a Snyder shot and directed whole thing, but what if you have like, what if whatever Snyder does now, they give him reins on plotting the universe. Yeah. Like, what if this is good? And then they go, okay, we want your vision, but we want to give other directors and other people to like do that. Cause I think Shazam was great. And that was very off the thing, like.
Do you want to know why the Marvel movies are all good?
Cause they're all done by different people.
Nope.
Oh, then I don't know. Edit that out so I don't sound dumb.
Undirected. I'm not editing that out. There's one.
There's continuity between all of the movies.
Oh, yeah. And again, what if you let one person's vision guide that?
Exactly.
Yeah, like, so that's what I'm saying. Like that, I don't like, people get all upset.
And if you want to have the dark, like what other movies has Snyder done in the DC
Man
universe?
of Steel, amazing.
Okay, phenomenal movie.
I think it's good, but it's like there is some criticism that can be levied at that movie for sure.
Okay, yeah, he let his dad die. Who cares?
That like
Flashpoint.
I don't like that scene at all. I don't like that scene, and like I get the gravity. Like, here's the thing: I get the gravity of like the next snap scene, and I get the gravity of the Martha scene. Those are the two controversial scenes that Snyder's done with his movies.
Good scenes.
I think they're good scenes. I think there's gravity of them, but like I also heard a good point made one time where it's like, so like the gravity of that scene where it's like, oh, like he has to kill Zod because like Zod's gonna kill that family. Well, guess what? The writer put the family there.
No, Zod put the family there.
Zod put the family there.
Okay, I don't care how you break it down. Zod is a much better, is more tactically sound. He knows how to fight a battle better. He knows how to put people, like to think that Superman could outthink Zod and plan Zod.
Impossible.
He can't. Zod put Superman in that position.
I watch Man of Steel all the time. I think it's a good movie. It's one of my favorite movies.
I think it's the best.
I'm just saying that like there is valid criticism of those movies about how dark they are.
I don't think that's a valid criticism that the writer put them there. No. Who said that? Tell me their name, Kase. Who said that?
I'm not.
I'll tell you this too. As opposed to how dark they are, what is, besides Wonder Woman, what is the greatest DC movie of all time? Tell me what the greatest DC movie of all time is.
I don't want to answer because I was wrong last time I answered and I sound like a dummy.
No, you're probably right this time. And it was probably one of the darkest movies in the entire DC universe.
I'm going to take... Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
Dark Knight.
No. Not Dark Knight Rises, Josh.
I already edited that out.
I don't know why you think the same thing.
Dark Knight The Dark Knight rivals Wonder Woman as probably the best DC movie ever created, and it was probably the darkest one there.
Okay, here's my point of what I'm trying to make, and a point of is like I don't want every single movie to be the most depressing dark thing ever.
Doesn't need to be.
Like,
it doesn't need to be depressing, but it could be dark.
Look at Shazam.
That's my point.
Aquaman.
As long as we still get more movies like Shazam and Aquaman, I'm okay with getting Snyder style movies.
That's what I'm saying. I just
every single movie in the DCEU is just like Snyder, then like I would have a problem with it because
and that's fine. They can be different tones, but they have to fit.
Yeah, they have just a one vision storyline, one path that all of these other directors and writers are working towards to. Like you're on a set path. That's what I want.
And get a new Flash.
So Heroes in Crisis coming in.
Just
Heroes in Crisis movie, right? Well,
hey, did you guys ever play that game called Infinity Crisis? Super off topic, but it was like. Anyways, we'll talk about it later. But
next time. What else we got? What else do we have to talk about today?
No,
that's it. We did good. I think that was a good little discussion there.
Yeah. No, we went on lots of rants.
There was some rants there. There are some.
I like how before when we were waiting for DuBois to jump on the call, I told Josh, I was like, yeah, no, it should be a shorter podcast. Like every single one of these points, 5 minutes max.
Yeah, you did say. Okay, Kasi, when you did say that,
an hour and a half right now.
When you said 5-minute topic, I was like, "There's no way."
Are we still recording?
Yeah, we're still recording.
Yeah, we're still recording. Yeah.
All right, let's end it there. Let's save some more juiciness for another podcast. This was a fun one. This was kind of like just three buds talking about movies. Boy, I don't even know if you should have a camera anymore. Check out the YouTube if you haven't. If you listen to this like on a whatever. I mean, what's the word?
Like a podcast?
Podcast? Is that the word? If you listen to it on a podcast, check out the YouTube page and watch the boy handle having a camera for the first time in his life. It feels like he's never seen his own reflection before.
As an apology to all the people that will be watching on YouTube, I tried to keep my glasses off for most of the episode because the reflection of my glasses. But about like 3/4 went through the episode, I was just like, my eyes are burning. I need to put my glasses back on. So.
All right.
I put them the whole time. Okay, bye.
All right, guys. That's gonna do it. That'll be us for today. So how do we sign off here? Would we always do a?
I mean, catch our streams throughout the week, right? Mm-hmm. I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
The boy usually does his streams like in link with Haley's Comet. So check the next time Haley's Comet's coming around. That's probably when the boy's streaming.
So. Hey, I can't say anything. I was totally offline for a full week.
Yeah.
Me too.
But yeah, like check me out at twitch.tv/mostly costly. Links will be in the description as well for both of these guys' channels.
I mean, he get to say his on it, but
ours
are in the comments or whatever. Whatever. Ours are in the description.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But
sorry.
Mine's twitch.tv/JoshuaRs.
Mine is twitch.tv/DeBoyBTW. So check it out.
That's right.
But and there's other ways you can listen to this podcast. What is it on? Like
so we're on Amazon. We're on
we really gotta get it recorded outro.
We do need an outro. Because this is terrible each time.
You know what we should do? We should get together. We should get together. Listen.
Oh boy.
We should get together and we should make an outro where like Costa says, we're on Podbean, and then I'll say and Apple, and you can say and Spotify, and then we can just go around it until we get all of them made, and then it's all of our voises saying the outro, and then we just click record.
I think we should just cut this audio clip now, and that's our outro. There, you just did our outro.
That is the outro. You guys all know where
this is the outro.
Anyways,
this is it. We're just gonna. You're hearing this.
Yeah. So catch us on Podbean, iTunes, Amazon,
Spotify.
Where else? Spotify.
YouTube.
And YouTube. We were on Google, but it's being real rough about it, and it's not cooperating with me. So I think I'm going to stop posting them on Google.
Okay.
Also, nobody's watching from Google. So.
All right.
But
sweet.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Bye, guys.
That's it. Let's wrap it up.
So we're not going to cut this as the actual outro now,
All right. Well, I'll see you guys later. Costly, great talking. DeBoy, great talking.
Adios, amigos.
Bye, everybody.
I just have to remember where I'm at on my screen.
You're good. You're nice, and just don't don't wiggle left to right or anything.
Just don't go over here.
Yeah.
I'm like
or over there.
The boy, you're perfect. You both are perfect right now. Looks really
like right now.
No, you're not perfect right now. You were perfect. There you go, right there. Just
I'm like way on the side of my screen.
Just sit center. You're lined up with your camera.
I want to let you know, just for future use, we now have a recording of Josh saying that both of us are perfect. All right.
Perfect. Clip it. Save it.
All right, here we go.